Since 1987, local first responders have been competing in Budweiser's Guns and Hoses in an effort to raise funds in support of the families of local police and firefighters killed in the line of duty. In that 3-decade-plus span, Guns and Hoses has donated more than $8.5 million to survivor families of these fallen heroes. The funds go to the Backstoppers organization. You're probably familiar with them and the great work they do in support of some 80 St. Louis area families, including 65 children. They help them with essential needs, housing, education, and much more. A lost loved one can never be replaced, but the financial burden can be reduced. You can help by making a donation during the broadcast tonight. 100% of every dollar donated will go directly to the Backstoppers. I'm Bob Costas. Guns and Hoses has my support. I hope they have yours too. Thanks.
We welcome you to downtown St. Louis on the banks of the Mississippi, the Gateway Arch, the Musial Bridge, and the night before Thanksgiving, a tradition. It's the 34th Budweiser Guns and Hoses presented by Stiefel. Here at Enterprise Center, an electric atmosphere inside as we have boxing, we have Guns and Hoses, and it's all to benefit Backstoppers to support the families of fallen first responders. With Hockey Hall of Famer Chris Pronger and former professional fighter Jesse Finney, I'm Tom Ackerman. Jesse, you've been through many fights, many nights. I know you're excited about tonight.
I cannot wait to get this show started, Tom. 34 years giving back to Backstoppers. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Prongs, my man, you've been through some fights as well. You've done some damage in this building.
Yeah, there's been a few bone-crushing hits and some blood spilt out there.
Yes, there has, and we're going to have some fun tonight, that's for sure, and it's all for a wonderful cause, and we're going to raise a lot of money. And now to the Guild Mortgage Telethon. Let's go to Jasmine Huda.
Hi, Tom. This is such an exciting night. It's a first for Guns and Hoses. We have a telethon here tonight, a live telethon, and we want everyone here at Enterprise Center to participate. Everyone who is watching on FOX2 tonight to participate and show their support. Make a donation. I want to stress, 100% of your donation tonight goes to Backstoppers. It is simple, it is easy. You just call or text the number on your screen. We're going to have it going on throughout the night. You know, we've got some great stories to share. We're going to be talking with some people, and of course, we'll be telling you how much money we are raising for the families of these first responders. I'm going to send it now to my friend Jim Wers in the ring.
Good evening, St. Louis, and welcome to the 34th annual Budweiser Guns and Hoses event. At this time, please stand as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by St. Louis City Police Officer Eva Millar Galvan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
St. Louis, it's been exactly 2 years since our last event, but your gateway to the West is once again the center of the boxing universe. We gather as friends, neighbors, and survivors at the 2021 Budweiser Guns and Hoses. Tonight, we honor those first responders who gave their lives in the line of duty in 2020 and 2021. They made the ultimate sacrifice, and they are St. Louis tough. Traditionally, the holidays begin when the first bell rings at Guns and Hoses. St. Louis, are you ready? Are you ready for the thousands in attendance and the millions around the world who wish they could be here? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
What an unbelievable scene inside Enterprise Center for the 34th Budweiser Guns and Hoses. A terrific event in downtown St. Louis. And the fighters are about to enter the ring as we get ready for a night of fighting here in St. Louis. They're separated into teams, the red team and the blue team. Members of the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, the Hazelwood Police Department represented tonight, the FBI, the Florissant Police Department, West County EMS and Fire is here, St. Louis County Police Department, Ambulance District, St. Louis City. It is Guns and Hoses. And gentlemen, it is as good as it gets, Jesse.
I cannot wait. This place is electric, like you said. If you look at this, it looks absolutely amazing. It looks like a Blues game down here.
Very nice segue.
I like that
You get fired up by this crowd, don't you, Prongs? I mean, they have been waiting for this. And think about this. We didn't have this last year. They get to be in person. A year of waiting. You know people are fired up. You know the fighters are.
A lot of pent-up aggression ready to be released inside that ring, that's for sure.
This bout presented by Atlas Building Group. As the fighters enter the ring, think about the first ones on live TV. We are reaching a first at Budweiser Guns and Hoses. The tail of the tape presented by EXO Lounge and Nail Bar. And here we are, Andrew Palmer and Austin Patton, Jesse.
Good size here. They look a lot alike here, 185, 28 and 29 years old. Andrew Palmer, younger. I mean, he's going to get in his face, I'm sure is what he told me at weigh-ins, so we'll see how it happens.
Let's send it now to ring announcer Mark O'Brien.
Hi, everybody. We are live on FOX2, and certainly welcome. Check, check, check. Hi, we are live on FOX2, and welcome to another edition of Budweiser Guns and Hoses. Happy Thanksgiving. As we move on to bout number one on the television side, introducing the principals. First, fighting out of the red corner, he represents West County EMS and Fire. Let's welcome Andrew Palmer. His opponent, fighting from across the ring in the blue corner, he represents
the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, here is Austin Patton. Your referee for this bout is Mr. Keith Bell.
Budweiser Guns and Hoses, round one, bout one, is set to go here in St. Louis, and we are underway. Red against blue.
Tom, I look at this, and I also look at who's in the corners and the trainers, and you can also see they got some good veterans in the corners here. Mark Wassum, you got Jerry Layshot, great B-Wig, got some good competition there.
Wasn't it great to hear from Mark O'Brien, the longtime voice of Guns and Hoses, member of the Boxing Hall of Fame, a former St. Louis City police officer himself.
Gotcha.
But these guys are definitely not disappointed in an opening fight. They're getting out there and throwing down. Tom, I gotta tell you here, they need to relax just a little bit and work off a jab.
3 one-minute rounds, 10 seconds left in round one. To the Guild Mortgage Telethon, Jasmine Huda.
Hey, it looks like we are off to a great start with this telethon time. We've got a donation from August Bush the 4th, and it is a big one, $20,000 being donated to Guns and Hoses tonight, and that goes to Backstoppers. So we're off to a great start. Let's keep it going. Make sure you text or call the telethon and make that donation.
All right, Jasmine, thank you. As an early advantage there, big punch there from Palmer.
Palmer definitely was digging the body there as well and getting off first. But I got to tell you, in fights like this, when they're coming out swinging, look for the second and third round for someone to fade, but I don't see it happening here, and then these guys are in good shape.
They are getting ready for round two, and it is about to get underway. Red against blue, Palmer against Patton, and here we go.
Palmer's definitely getting the better of him here. He's jumping right on him. We're 10 seconds in.
He's finding the button.
He's finding it right there. And the fight is called. Good call. Very good call.
They called it. Andrew Palmer. And the crowd reacts. It's an electric crowd here, and Palmer of West County EMS and Fire claims bout one. Wow. "20 seconds into round two. Just like that. One bout in the books. Andrew Palmer does a number on Austin Patton right there.
Good right hand. Good right hand. Sat down on it. When I say sitting down, you're bending your knees. You're not just standing straight up. And good right hand. Good call by referee Keith Bell.
Moment of the match presented by Ryan Kelly.
Oh. He was looking for the chin.
He found it. He found it.
Claiming victory, Andrew Palmer. 6 feet, 185. Got to feel good after all that training and a rush of energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bout is officially over. At 20 seconds into round number two, your winner by TKO comes from the red corner, Andrew Palmer.
Guns and Hoses would like to thank the following supporters: Anheuser-Busch Foundation,
Aurora Technologies, Code 3 Spices, the Stokes Family, Delaney Realty Group, Eureka Community, Eureka Firefighters, Express Scripts, First Responders Restoration, and Lou Fuse Automotive.
Well, how about that for the first bout, Chris Pronger?
There was a plethora of punches thrown. A lot landed to Austin Patton's chin.
No doubt about it. And how about the biggest news of all is that August Bush IV donates $20,000, Jesse.
$20,000 to start the night on a telethon is absolutely amazing in our 34th year here at Budweiser Guns and Hoses. You know, last year we raised $500,000 without even doing an event. The year before we raised $900,000. And our goal this year is that we raise $900,000 in one way to do that is the telethon. And Mr. Bush started us off right. So I'm going to say thank you.
Jesse Finney, Vice President of the Board of Directors of Budweiser Guns and Hoses. We want to get those phones ringing tonight. No question about it. Let's go to our ring announcer, Jim Wirtz.
Since its inception, the St. Louis Budweiser Guns and Hoses boxing event has raised over $9 million to support the families of first responders killed in the line of duty. The 10 portraits in the ring represent those we've lost since 2019. Battalion Chief Marvin Shaffrey, Cedar Hill Fire Protection District, end of watch, November 2nd, 2021. Battalion Chief Shaffrey served Cedar Hill Fire Protection District for more than 40 years. He received several awards and was on the Cedar Hill Honor Roll. He died after a battle with COVID-19. He is survived by his wife Anastasia and daughters Lily and Ella. Officer Tyler Timmons, Pontoon Beach, Illinois Police Department. End of watch, October 26, 2021. Officer Timmons was shot and killed in the line of duty as he approached a suspect in a stolen vehicle. He dedicated 14 years of service to Madison County and began serving the Pontoon Beach Police Department in April of 2020. He leaves behind his wife Lindsay and their daughter Chloe. Officer Brian Pierce, Jr., Brooklyn, Illinois Police Department. End of watch, August 4th, 2021. Officer Pierce died in the line of duty as he was struck by a vehicle of a fleeing suspect. Previously, with the Spillertown Police Department, Brian served with the Brooklyn Police Department for 9 months. He was also a fire marshal. 24-year-old Officer Pierce leaves behind a loving family. Firefighter Rodney L. Hurd, St. Louis City Fire Department. End of watch, June 15, 2021. Firefighter Hurd dedicated nearly 23 years with the St. Louis City Fire Department. He died in the line of duty after battling COVID-19. He leaves behind his wife Lisa and 6 adult children, one of whom serves with the St. Louis Fire Department. Officer John Michael Bowe, Missouri Department of Corrections, end of watch, January 27, 2021. Officer Bowe dedicated 16 years to the Missouri Department of Corrections. He died in the line of duty after battling COVID-19. An avid member of St. Gabriel's, the Archangel Parish, John is survived by his wife Tanya and daughters Hannah and Elizabeth. Security Officer James Cook, Metrolink G4S Security Solutions. End of watch, January 31st, 2021. Security Officer Cook, who served 8 years with the U.S. Marine Corps, was shot and killed during a confrontation with a suspect at the Metrolink Del Mar Loop station. He is survived by his wife Kim and 2 young daughters. Sergeant Herschel Turner, Jr., Moline Acres Police Department, end of watch December 5th, 2020. Sergeant Herschel Turner, Jr. was a 22-year law enforcement veteran. He succumbed to injuries sustained when he was struck by a vehicle during a traffic stop. He leaves behind his wife Donna and 3 daughters and 4 sons. Officer Tamaris Bohannon, St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, end of watch August 30th, 2020. 29-year-old Officer Bohannon was shot responding to a call. He served the department for more than 3 years. He leaves behind his wife Alexis and his 3 children, Tamara, Aiden, and Tyler. Lieutenant Fire Marshal Ronald Waylegi Jr., DeSoto Rural Fire Protection District, end of watch June 30th, 2020. Lieutenant Waylegi dedicated 17 years to the DeSoto District and served with the Hillsborough Fire Protection District for 4 years. He suffered a fatal heart attack at home following his shift, which he completed a medical run. Lieutenant Waylegi was 55 years old and is survived by a loving family and friends. Retired Captain David Dorn, St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, end of watch June 2nd, 2020. Captain Dorn was shot and killed after responding to an alarm at a pawn shop where he served as a security guard. He spent 38 years with the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department and was chief of police for Moline Acres. He is survived by his wife, adult children, and grandchildren. In long-standing tradition with boxing's deep history of honoring those that have been lost, please turn your attention to the bell for our ceremonial 10 count. Ringing the bell is Elizabeth Tucker, whose husband, Blake Snyder, was killed in the line of duty in 2016.
Hello everyone, I'm David Stokes, president of Budweiser Guns and Hoses. From the beginning, the mission of Guns and Hoses has been simple: to support the families of first responders who have heroically given their life in the line of duty. Each year, Guns and Hoses has a theme. This year's theme is St. Louis Tough. Let me share a little bit about our organization. We had a humble beginning. Merle Taylor, Jerry Clinton, and Jack Martorelli, our founding fathers, and a committee of 12 people formed our entire team. In year 1, we struggled to make a penny, but the die was cast and the purpose clearly defined. Guns and Hoses never lost money again. 34 years later, we've grown a lot. We have a group of loyal and dedicated sponsors. There are over 100 people serving full-time on committees year-round and hundreds of volunteers. We're successful at what we do, but remain humble. Our lifetime donation to the Backstoppers, the organization that manages and distributes the funds we generate for survivor families, is approximately $9 million and growing. In addition, our Guns N' Hoses brand continues to expand. We now have events throughout the year. A golf tournament, night at the races, the Blue and Red Gala, all leading up to this evening. Thank you, first responders, coaches and athletes, volunteers, sponsors, and those of you watching and attending tonight. We could not do this without your support. The next time you see a first responder, take a moment to say thank you. Enjoy the rest of the broadcast, and let's continue to be St. Louis tough.
What a night here in St. Louis at Budweiser Guns N' Hoses. A little bit earlier today, Jasmine Huda had a chance to catch up with Missouri Governor Mike Parson.
Governor Mike Parson, I got to start with a really tough question here. Team Red or Team Blue tonight?
Oh, man, I love both of them today, but, you know, that red's kind of in me a little bit. And then the blue, I've been a sheriff for 22 years in that. My brother-in-law was a firefighter in ambulance. So I'm rooting for both sides. But, hey, this is going to be a fun night for everybody. It's going to be exciting.
It is a fun night, and it's so nice to be back here. I got to ask you, your experience as a former sheriff, do you feel a connection with the first responders here tonight?
I don't think there's any question. I've had the privilege of working with some of the finest people over my career for 22 years. But just to be here tonight, it's the first time I've been here at this event tonight, so it's exciting for me. But it's just, I just want to make sure everybody knows tonight, all of them that are here, all of them that are in the ring, all the families out here, just how much I support them and appreciate what they do every day that the vast majority of people don't want to do. But I know and I trust them to do their jobs, and I appreciate them, and I want to make sure they know that.
That's great. And do you have plans for Thanksgiving, Governor?
Yeah, I'll spend some time with my family. I'll be leaving here a little later tonight, headed back home, spend some time with the family and do the traditional Thanksgiving dinner with my daughter. So it's going to be fun with my grandkids.
Well, that's great. And this is your first Guns N' Hoses. What do you think so far?
Yeah, it's impressive. I mean, the red and the blue all over the city, it's pretty impressive. And they just get to see so many people that serve their country and really just serve everyday people. You know, it's just great to be here tonight. And, man, it's just going to be a kick-butt night. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun. And everybody needs that right now. You know, it's just a good time. First time we've all been able to go back out. So it's going to be a great evening. It's going to be a heck of a show.
It is going to be a heck of a show, and it's great to be back at Enterprise Center. Governor, have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much. You do the same. Happy Thanksgiving.
Great to hear from Governor Mike Parson, big sports fan right there on both sides of the state and all places in between. He knows a good sports event when he sees one. Budweiser Guns N' Hoses, great to have the governor in the house. Let's go back to the Guild Mortgage Telethon and Jasmine Huda.
Tom, more great news to report from the Telethon. Another big donation. Everyone, this is from ServPro. $25,000 donation to Guns N' Hoses. Absolutely. Round of applause for ServPro. We want to give a special thanks to Kelly Kordick, Kevin Thole, and Matt Halsley. We really want to keep this going, everyone. If you're watching on FOX2, if you're here at Enterprise, call or text the number on your screen. We want to keep these phones ringing, and remember, 100% of your donation goes to Backstopper. I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, Jasmine, thank you. And such an important night as we just remembered 10 fallen first responders, and we will continue to remember them, not just tomorrow and the next day, for the rest of their families' lives. That's the thing about Backstoppers, Jesse, is they don't just do this for a month. They don't do this for a year. They stay with you.
Absolutely. If you look at what we're doing here tonight, we're going to stick with these guys for many more years to come as well. And continue to support these families and keep going. When we can get to $1 million in donations like we're getting right now rolling in, it's going to be an amazing year.
Fighters making their way to the ring for bout 2. And it is the red team represented by Michael Pedroli, St. Louis County Police Department, Marcus Woods, St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. Wait till I tell you about him. It is time. This bout presented by the St. Louis Hero Network. Pedroli said, I played sports growing up, never thought about boxing. First time I trained, I got punched in the face. Had to get used to that. Marcus Woods has been training as a boxer. We'll see how they match up. Tail of the tape. Bout number 2, presented by Exo Lounge and Nail Bar. Let's go to Jim Wirtz.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 one-minute rounds. Presenting first and fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 foot 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, and representing the St. Louis County Police Department, please welcome Michael Martorelli. His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 foot 2, weighing in at 175 pounds, and representing the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, please welcome Marcus Woods. 3 rounds of boxing. Your referee is Mike England.
Referee is Mike England. It's Woods against Martorelli. I talked to Marcus Woods a week ago, asked him why he became a police officer. He said, my father was murdered in the city, and I wanted to see how policing was. His father was killed in the same district, the 2nd district where he works now. Woods going to work on Martorelli. A couple of spirited fighters in round number 1. Woods also told me that the biggest reason he wanted to do this was to honor his co-worker, Tamaris Bohanna.
You know, Tom, I think that's what's neat about this cause. With a good overhand right there by Woods. Caught him on the side of the temple.
Woods went to his first Guns and Hoses when he was 15. Now he's 27 and he's fighting at his first one.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think that's what's neat about tonight's event. There's so much rich tradition, and you see, and he's back here giving back to the community.
End of round 1.
Hi, I'm Ron Krzyzewski, Chairman and CEO of STL. At STL, we understand the importance of giving back to the local community. And this year, we are extremely honored to be the presenting sponsor of Guns and Hoses, an event that is critically important to the community and especially important to me. My dad, Dick Krzyzewski, was a fireman from South Bend, Indiana, and retired from the department after serving 25 years. As a child, I remember spending many nights praying that he would come home safely. I knew he had a dangerous job, but an important one. So on behalf of everyone at STL, I invite you to honor all of our first responders, those on the front line today and those that have fallen in the line of duty. Thank you to Guns and Hoses. Thank you to the Backstoppers. And thank you to all first responders. You will always have our gratitude.
Our thanks to STL and Ron Krzyzewski. It is round number 2. What have you seen so far, Jesse?
I've seen, we got here Martorelli. He got rocked in the first round. Woods has been pretty busy, but at the same time, Martorelli's coming out pretty hot and heavy already.
Woods seems to be telegraphing that hard right, dropping his right shoulder and then coming over the top.
He sure does, and they both need to relax a little bit, work off a jab, throw some straight punches, and I think there we go, a little bit more relaxed.
Martorelli said he wanted to learn, train, and hopefully put on a show. And he said also he wanted to learn boxing because out on the road, in his job, you might need to defend yourself.
Well, I think that's what's great about this cause. If you look at it, Tom, a lot of times these guys do this because they want to learn to defend themselves. But now they're able to give back to the community at the same time. Great right hand by Woods there.
Guns and Hoses would like to thank the following supporters: Golden Oak Lending, Hair Saloon for Men, Harbor Group, Hero Realty, HM Employee Benefits, Bart Inman Air Conditioning and Heat, Laborers Local 110, Marcone, Under Law, Perry Promotional Products, and Pullman Legacy.
Don't worry about just
Marcus Woods, round number 3 upcoming. Chris Pronger, how about this battle?
I think once they started playing a little defense, they seemed to find the openings on offense. And leading with the jab never hurts. It always opens up something coming on the backside of it.
Round 3 between these two fighters. Marcus Woods in blue, Michael Pedroli with the red team.
These guys are both in great shape. They go out there and going at this pace for going into your 3rd round and look really good. Just need to relax a little bit, learn to sit down the punches, relax, box a little bit, not just go there and just throwing windmills nonstop.
This is going to be it as they're looking at 3 rounds, a minute apiece in this second bout. Who will it be? Pedroli in red, Woods in blue.
Pedroli looks like he's got a little more energy left in him.
What I saw here, though, I saw Woods win the 1st round, and now it looks like Pedroli's winning the 2nd. So it looks to me like it's going to come down. Excuse me, he won the 3rd. It's going to look who got the 2nd round when it all comes down.
Spirited match.
Michael Pedroli, St. Louis County Police Department, going up against a man who is 8 years younger, Marcus Woods, St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, out of gas. Moment of the match presented by Ryan Kelly. Couple of good shots there.
Yeah, one thing we asked him in back, beforehand is, hey, listen, we just ask that you go the whole time. You're going to fight as hard as you can out there, and both these guys did exactly what we asked, no matter what.
If nothing, they are coachable.
They are coachable. Yeah. There's the gas pedal. Get on.
Coach is right there.
Let me make a mention right there. Timmy Burke. You got Mike Mueller, some really good coaches. You got Mark Wassam, Jerry Lashock, Todd Ross, and you got some really good guys over there in the corners.
Let's go to the ring for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your judges score the bout as follows. Judge Rob Francis scores the bout 29-28. Judge Travis Busking scores the bout 29-28. Judge Adam Swan scores the bout 29-28. In a unanimous decision, your winner comes out of the red corner, Michael Pedroli.
For the red team. And it's been a good start for red here tonight. Decision presented by ZX Convenience Stores.
I'll tell you something, Tom. Watching these guys get out here, they're learning a lot. They're also in phenomenal shape. It's not just about the boxing. It's about who's got the better cardio and who's going to get after it. But training with good coaches like they have out there, I think they're doing a phenomenal job. And if you also look at Pedroli, he is a guy that's a little bit younger than Woods. I think they made the final cut there.
Used a lot of energy. How long is a typical hockey fight?
Anywhere from 5 seconds to 30 seconds, and 30 might be a little too long. But I think when you looked at this fight, I think Pedroli did a good job of kind of buying his time and almost letting Woods punch himself out. He got a little tired towards the end, and I think that's when Pedroli stepped on the gas and really started to throw down.
I agree with you, Chris, 100% on that.
Michael Pedroli on the force for 6 years, said it was an important cause to him, near and dear to his heart. The 34th annual Budweiser Guns and Hoses, presented by Stiefel. We are 2 bouts into our broadcast. Let's go down to the Guild Mortgage Telethon. Jasmine Huda.
Tom, we want to give you some insight into what it is like to be a first responder in the city of St. Louis. We know that having stress is part of the daily duties, but can you imagine what it is like when you are a crisis hostage negotiator. You are faced with life and death challenges almost daily. Well, St. Louis Metropolitan Police Officer Brian Hayes knows what that is like firsthand, because Brian is a field trainer and a crisis hostage negotiator. Officer Brian Hayes is no doubt a hometown hero.
I was raised in St. Louis Public Schools. I graduated from Sodan High School. I have a special connection with the city. A normal day? I don't think there's such thing as a normal day as a police officer. But for me, I like to connect with people. I like to leave people in a better position than I find them. That's my ultimate goal as a police officer. Some people need you just to listen to what they're saying, to vent. They don't have that person. We get crisis calls. I've dealt with kids 11 to 12, all the way up to senior citizen age. Every one of them is different. You just got to be able to listen, show empathy, and be able to be there for them day or night. I do that all the time. You have to be able, somehow, some way, build a rapport with them quickly. I can't really teach that. Some people are fast, some people are strong. My ability, I think, is to build a rapport with somebody and to get them to trust me to help them. People tell me all the time they can feel that I'm genuine to them. It's not an act. I swing by people's birthday parties or graduation parties and stop and talk to them. I've had people stop me in the gas station and say, "Officer Hayes, do you remember me?" I'm like, "Yes." And they're like, "I just want to let you know I'm doing great. I'm doing good. I thank you." And that feels really good. I'm just thankful that I was given the opportunity to be in someone's life to help them. I know I can't help everybody, but I would love to try to help as many as I can.
I can tell you it is an honor to have gotten to know Officer Brian Hayes on a professional and a personal level. And I can tell you we are so fortunate to have Officer Hayes for his dedication and service to the community. Let's send it back to Jim in the ring.
Jasmine, thank you. And, you know, it is, when it gets down to it, about people helping people. One of the fighters here tonight told me that a lot of people depend on them for a lot of things. He said, "It's my job to do my job." It sounds like a simple statement. It's absolutely the mission.
Absolutely. If you look at the St. Louis proud. I mean, this is what we're about. I mean, St. Louis is giving back. And you know what? If you look at everything that's going on inside the arena, but outside the arena, I think we're getting in the spot that we need to be. And if we can, keep doing what we're doing like tonight, it's going to be absolutely amazing.
So many great people in the house here tonight. An incredible group of board of directors. We just saw Steve Holly, the executive director, most popular man in the building, being surrounded by people. We have people young and old. We have people from all walks of life. It is an incredible group, and it always is the night before Thanksgiving at Enterprise Center. But there's a little extra here tonight because everyone's back in person, because we know we missed it. And we know we have a job to do ourselves, and that is to raise money for Backstoppers.
Tom, I'll tell you one thing. This is great. We've got some great fights going on tonight, but we can show the St. Louis community that's never been here what this event is really about. It's about a rich tradition, giving back to the Backstoppers, not just the fights in the ring, but giving back overall.
I want one of those hoodies right there.
We could probably arrange that.
I probably have to train to get one, right? Can I train with you? This bout presented by Rockin' for Relief.
I don't think you want to train with him.
I might be surprised. Bout 3. Cody Nocky. Iron County, Madison County Ambulance District. Ryan Counterman. Hazelwood Police Department representing the blue. Look at the age difference. Does that matter, Jesse?
Well, I think age always matters unless your name is Chris Pronger. Okay, but yeah,
in this case, it does.
Yes. Connerman is a good boxer. He's a good boxer. Cody Nocky's actually an MMA guy that's learning to box as well, so he'll be tough. He'll try to get in his face a little bit, but Connerman is a technical, good, hard punching boxer.
To make it official, let's go to our ring announcer, Mark O'Brien.
As we move on to bout number 3, this is MMA, Mixed Martial Arts. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He represents the Iron County and the Madison County Ambulance District. Let's welcome Guns N' Hoses veteran, Cody Naki. His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He represents the Hazelwood Police Department. Another Guns N' Hoses veteran, introducing Ryan Counterman. Your referee for this bout, Mr. Keith Bell.
You heard the man, 4 rounds, 3 minutes per round. Different story here, gentlemen.
Absolutely. And if the counterman can get out and get on the jab right away, look for straight hard punches. Cody Naki's a southpaw, so he can look for a right hand. Counterman should look for a right hand down the middle with the left hook. Same as Naki can look for a straight left with the right hook.
I think we'll see a little bit more defense, a little more pairing, much like they're doing right now, looking for the openings.
Oh, good right hand over the top by Counterman.
Counterman showing his punching power right away, as Jesse said. Great experience in boxing.
Yeah, he's throwing 4 or 5 punch combinations here, you see. Cody switches stance, that's interesting right there.
Couple of shots to the body there.
Counterman is ripping the body, I love that. Kind of relax a little bit, take a drop step when Cody comes in, maybe throw a short right hand down the line, throw the pipe with the left hook. Counterman's throwing hard.
Yeah, you can hear it.
This is one of those bouts that gets the tables excited ringside. Everybody was chattering about this one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You see what Cody, he's trying to block, but he's squaring up, how he's squared up right here. If he gets hit one time, he's off balance, then it'll be a knockdown. 3 knockdowns in a round, and the fight's going to be over. Oh, yikes, yikes, yikes. Welcome to Thanksgiving.
I believe they say that's below the belt.
Yes, you could hear that with our headsets on.
Take a look at the replay. Crowd reacts.
And Counterman's back on it.
They see it on the big screen here at Enterprise.
Counterman needs to relax a little bit on his right hand. He's throwing the right hand and then walking in. If he can stay a little bit longer, there we go. Stay on the outside a little bit. Oh.
Down to a knee goes Naki.
How this works, if he gets 3 knockdowns in 1 round, the fight is over here. Just relax a little bit. The right hand's down the middle. Oh.
Counterman.
There he goes. Yeah, 40 seconds left. If you can get it, there you go.
That's it.
That is it. Good showing by Ryan Counterman. Cody Naki, good way to step up.
Ryan Counterman of the Hazelwood Police Department scores a victory for the Blue. Naki goes down in the first round. Moment of the match presented by Ryan Kelly. Might have missed there, but not here. Boom.
Right, good right hand, right on the jaw.
You could see he was twitching with each punch the last 15, 20 seconds.
Ryan Connerman throws hard.
Yeah.
He throws hard, especially for being 165 pounds. He's got good trainers in his corner. Kevin Engel, Ian Zarbros. I like to give those guys some as much love as you can, because these guys spend a lot of time with these guys leading up to these fights, and it's all donated time. There's no one getting paid. They're all doing it for the right cause.
Guns N' Hoses would like to thank the following supporters: Dave Sinclair Ford, GMC Buick, and Lincoln, Proper, St. Louis Bank, Team GSD, West Star Aviation, Amarin, Asset Consulting Group, AT&T FirstNet, Broadview Group, Budget Blinds, and IUOE Local 513.
The decision presented by ZX Convenience Stores. Let's go back to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended at 2 minutes and 27 seconds of the first round. And your winner by TKO, coming out of the blue corner, Ryan Counterman.
Ryan Counterman wins at 165 and wins for the blue. The Hazelwood Police Department proud of Ryan Counterman, and he was every bit living up to the hype.
Absolutely. They really should be very proud of him. He throws the right hand like Chris Pronger.
Maybe a little better. He could find the chin.
I was very impressed with his boxing. I was impressed with the way he's in great shape. He was a very smart fighter. He didn't rush things. He stayed on the outside when he needed to. He's got a good, heavy overhand right. Digging the body, which you don't see a lot of that already. And I think if he wasn't 42 years old, unless he wants to, he can't put an age on everybody, but he's got a future if he wants to.
What a building this is, Prongs. The Blues won the Stanley Cup not long ago. Great to see hockey fans back in here in person as well.
Yeah, it's been exciting the last year and a half since they've been able to get fans back in the building here at Enterprise Center. And obviously the run they had winning the Stanley Cup was just off the charts. Obviously for the city of St. Louis, the organization, the Blues, and obviously the head coach, Craig Berube, who I had as assistant coach in Philadelphia. So we got some ties along the way here.
Guns N' Hoses has received so much support from our community, and tonight we do have a quick message from a guy who knows what it's like to win here at Enterprise Center.
Hi, I'm Blues head coach Craig Berube. They call me the Chief. And as an NHL coach and former player, I know the importance of teamwork and the sacrifice it takes to win. Right now, I'd like to invite you to join my newest team, Guns N' Hoses. Become a teammate and show your support. No amount of giving is too small. The telethon is open now. I back our first responders. In fact, some of them are my best friends. And I encourage you to join the team too. You can make a real difference for the families who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope to see you at a Blues game soon.
Well, that's the thing about our community is we are all together. Sports has a way of unifying us. There is no doubt about that. And the Blues, the Cardinals, all the teams, all the athletes in this area come together for great causes, and here's another great example of that. Budweiser Guns N' Hoses here at Enterprise Center. Let's go back down to Jasmine Huda.
Well, Tom, you can't talk about Budweiser Guns N' Hoses without talking about David Stokes, the president of Budweiser Guns N' Hoses. David, are you having a good time?
I'm having an amazing time tonight. It's amazing to see all these people here in the arena tonight. We're back. There's a lot of energy here. It's very palpable.
It's so nice to be back after 2020, right?
Absolutely. It was a tough year for everybody, and really it is good to see everybody back, having a good time, coming down here. It's a St. Louis tradition. We were off last year, obviously, for a hiatus, but coming back and getting back into things, it really feels like great.
Well, it certainly has been a year of growth. When you look especially way back, the first year where we made no money, to we're $9 million in 34 years.
Yes, I think back to the founding fathers with Jerry Clinton and Merle Taylor and Bo Holly, and they had 2,500 people and literally lost money the first year. And now you look where we are today. It's a testament to their vision and really a testament to the St. Louis community.
Let's talk about this year's theme. Every year at Guns N' Hoses, there is a theme, and tell us what it is this year.
It's St. Louis Strong. And really, I think that captures the positive attitude of the entire community, our St. Louis Guns N' Hoses team, and who I consider the heart of Guns N' Hoses, our executive director, Steve Holly.
We can't talk about it without talking about Steve Holly. David Stokes, thank you so much, the president of Budweiser Guns N' Hoses. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Any big plans?
To you. I have the family coming in. We're going to have a great time, drink a few Budweisers, and enjoy time with family.
All right, David, thank you so much. A happy Thanksgiving to you. Well, sadly, when we talk about the founding fathers of Guns N' Hoses, we did lose one of our founding fathers, Jack Martorelli. Our president, Steve Holly, pays tribute to him in this story. He was a mentor and a friend.
Jack had an infectious smile and a legendary handshake. It was like a vice grip, firm, honest, and memorable, a sign of respect and his friendship. A former Marine and Golden Gloves champion boxer, Jack was a tough guy who had a soft spot and great respect for our first responders. His success with St. Louis organized labor is second to none. Strong and fair, Jack knew how to get things done. But above all else, family was Jack's greatest love. He was married to Madge for 53 years and helped raise their 3 children, Gina, Dennis, and Angie. Jack was always there for family, and he loved spending time with his grandchildren. History will show Jerry Clinton was the visionary. Merle was the mechanic who assembled the engine, and Jack was the organizer who gathered the necessary resources to make it happen. Jack brokered the original deal during a meeting in the office of then Mayor Vince Shamel. The meeting included Jerry, Merle, St. Louis Police Chief Bob Sheets, St. Louis City Fire Chief Neil Savanix, and City Police Lieutenant John Burke, who managed the fighters. With help from my dad, Bo Holly, the Golden Gloves franchise holder, and the entire St. Louis boxing community, Guns N' Hoses was born. Jack, you were my mentor, and we were like family. On behalf of the Guns N' Hoses family, the Backstoppers, and the entire St. Louis community, we dearly miss you. We love you. We've got your back. Jack Martorelli, end of watch, August 27, 2020.
I think the thing I love most about going back to St. Louis are the people.
Every time I come back, there's something new.
There's so much of the city that I have yet to explore.
From Six Flags to the Science Center to the Louvre.
Ted Drew's.
Hey, and what about the sports? Come on.
You have to get to a Cardinals game. You have to get to a Blues game.
I mean, you have to see the Arch if you go to St. Louis.
It is Instagram bait.
St. Louis is home. It's my home.
Budweiser Guns and Hoses would like to recognize our community sponsors and thank them for their contributions in support of our first responders. Let's head over to the Guild Mortgage Telethon now. Jasmine Huda, what do you have?
Tom, more great news. The Telethon, I am not kidding you, it is on fire tonight. This latest donation coming in from Backstoppers Night at the Brewery, $170,000. Let me say that again. Backstoppers Night at the Brewery, $170,000 donation. That money goes to Backstoppers, and that will help support the families of these fallen first responders. Thank you so much to everyone from the Backstoppers Night at the Brewery. St. Louis, show us that you care about the Backstoppers and these families. Show us that you are St. Louis strong, that you are St. Louis tough. Call or text the number on your screen, and again, 100% of your donation goes to the organization. Back to you, Tom.
All right, Jasmine, thank you. A tremendous donation of $170,000. What a night already. And we thank you for all of your donations and contributions. Keep them coming. We'll be checking in with Jasmine in the Guild Mortgage Telethon from time to time in between bouts. And do we have some bouts for you? No question about it. Troy Cardona is making his way down the ramp now. Cardona, judge here in the state of Missouri. 23rd Circuit Court in Missouri. Circuit judge. And there's the big man, Owen Cunningham of the FBI. Troy told me he calls him King Kong Cunningham.
You know, we were at the weigh-in the other night, Tom, and I said, all right, guys, come together for a face-off. And I looked at the Missouri Athletic Commissioner and said, first time I ever bossed around the FBI and a judge.
There is Cunningham. He's a big man. How big? 6'2", 255. Tail of the tape, Cardona and Cunningham. Presented by XO Lounge and Nail Bar. Cardona is not a small gentleman, 6'2", 215, outweighed by 40 pounds. 58-year-old judge against the 49-year-old member of the FBI. Let's go inside the ring. Announcer Jim Works.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 one-minute rounds. Presenting first and fighting out of the red corner, he stands 6 foot 2 inches tall, weighing in at 215 pounds. He is a judge from the state of Missouri. Please welcome Troy Cardona. His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 foot 2 and weighing in at 255 pounds, representing the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Please welcome Owen Cunningham.
There's referee Mike England. Instructions for the fighters before we get this one. Cardona, you know him well, Jesse.
I do. Troy's been doing this a long time. It's his 6th time doing this and jumping in. I'm very impressed with these guys that jump out here at this age to do something like this and raise money for the right cause.
We had a chance to get together online on the Garage Happy Hour. Had a little something and enjoyed a chat, the three of us. And Cardona on that show said it gives you chills. He said it's a legion of angels that support these families of fallen heroes.
That was quick. That was quick. That was quick for the FBI. Caught him on the button. Caught him right on the button. I would have not thought that. But I can tell you something. Owen Cunningham hits like a truck.
scores the knockout seconds into the bout. Wow.
He does. He hits hard. You can see, obviously, he's a huge man. Troy's been in this the 6th time as well. But you know what? There's one thing on Troy as well. Troy's lost, I think, 80 pounds. They're doing something like this, and it's pretty amazing. Unfortunately, I caught with a big right hand to put him on his rear end.
A one on the button, and then he finished him with a couple.
Yes.
To put him all the way down.
Yes.
And through the ropes.
Guns N' Hoses would like to thank the following supporters: Carroll House Furniture, Chocolate, and Bissinger's, Enterprise Holdings, Hellenic Spirit Foundation, IAFF 73 and 2665, Karen Cares, Laura Buick, Leo M. Ellebrock, Leon Uniform, and Mark Gardner.
Let's go to the ring for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended at 24 seconds into the first round, and your winner by TKO, coming out of the blue corner, Owen Cunningham.
Cunningham gets it done. Decision presented by ZX Convenience Stores. Troy Cardona has nothing to be ashamed of. He did say that because we're supporting these families of fallen heroes, it gives you chills, it makes you get fired up to want to do this thing. Well, there's no question he put a lot of time in to get here.
Absolutely. On the Garage Happy Hour the other night, he was talking about saying, hey, I'm doing this to give back. And there's one reason, and these guys are my heroes to go out and support this cause. I want to give back. They're protecting and serving us. My way of giving back to the community. For him to go out there in front of 16, 17,000 fans and to do something like this, and there's not a lot of people who do that.
Boy, Cunningham's a big fella, isn't he? Look at him.
It's like that guy chasing in the FBI.
He's built for speed.
He's built for speed. And obviously power.
Crowd's enjoying itself. But ambassadors inside the ring. Another check going to Backstoppers, and this crowd is enjoying their Anheuser-Busch products at Budweiser Guns N' Hoses and having a great time the night before Thanksgiving. They'll be talking about this at the dinner table tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you think about this, from 1987, when this was at Kiel Auditorium to where we're at now, it's absolutely outstanding. We're going to hopefully raise over $10 million, giving back to the Backstoppers. $1 million this year, hopefully. It's incredible.
Yeah, hear what he just said. $9 million has been raised since its inception. And looking at the possibility of $1 million or more just tonight.
Just tonight. I mean, just tonight, I think it's going to be hopefully $1 million. I mean, Tom, Chris, you think about this. We didn't do an event last year. We raised $500,000 from the sponsors and said, you know, we still want to give back. You know, 2 years ago it was $900,000. Our goal right now is to raise $900,001. If we can get $1 million, and if not, we'll just go to Chris Pronger, you know?
I think when you speak about events like this and what it does for the community, what it does for those working within the community, and how it brings everybody together, it brings a special feeling to your heart to be able to see what's happening here and obviously what we're seeing in front of our eyes right here tonight.
Absolutely. You talk about St. Louis Strong. I mean, this is St. Louis Strong right here. I mean, look at the fights, but look at the community as well.
Let's go to Jasmine Huda. Big donations coming into the Guild Mortgage Telethon.
Tom, that's right. I heard Jesse just talk about St. Louis Strong. That is certainly the case when we talk about these donations that are coming in. Another one to tell you about, this one is from the Arthur and Helen Bear Foundation. $10,000 donation to our telethon. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you to the Helen Bear and Arthur Foundation, $10,000. Okay, you guys, listen up here. We've got a challenge here. Retired CFO Gary Munster of ESCO Technology, this just came in, by the way. He has said he's going to donate $10,000. But here's the deal. He wants 3 people here, or a combination, to donate $25,000 each. That is the challenge. If we can get 3 donations of $25,000, Mr. Munster is going to up his $10,000 to $25,000. And if I'm doing the math correctly, that means $100,000 for Guns and Hoses tonight. So we are looking, it is a challenge for 3 donations of $25,000. If we can make that happen tonight, you guys, Mr. Munster will raise his donation from $10,000 to $25,000, and that means we are really St. Louis strong tonight. So that is a challenge to you, St. Louis. You think we can do it? Tom, I think we can do it.
I absolutely think we can do it, and I'll tell you, the founding fathers of this event are smiling on us. Jack Martorelli, Merle Taylor, Jerry Clinton, Jeff Clinton for that matter. Think about Bo Holly, Jack Buck, who put so much into this event too, and so many people, Jesse.
Well, and I think what's so important is, yes, tonight's event, but you're also not just about tonight's event. We're not forgetting where we came from either. And if you look at all these years, in 1989, it was $3 to get in here. $3, and look at what we're doing now. And I think it's just St. Louis strong, and it just keeps going on and keep getting better.
I kind of like St. Louis strong. I think I want to run with that.
I think you can.
I like that a lot. I like St. Louis strong. I think we need to keep that all year round.
I like it. I love it. You know what I like about this with FOX2? It's showing just not the fights. And I've said this, but I'm going to say it again. It shows what we're building here and what we're continue to build. It's a night out. It's the place to be. It's an amazing night.
Chris Pronger, you've stayed in this community for a reason. There is an energy about St. Louis. There is no, with all respect to other cities around North America, a city that gives quite like this one.
No, I'll tell you, I've obviously had the opportunity to play in a number of NHL cities across North America, and none of them to a city matches St. Louis, and kind of the vibe, the energy, the philanthropical nature of the community. STL strong, St. Louis strong. It kind of puts it all together, and you know, I think that's why a lot of ex-players come back and play here and live here and support the community and want to be a part of various charities that are near and dear to them, and this is certainly one of them.
Man, it's great to see everyone. Keep them coming. We'll be right back after these words.
People overlook the Midwest, but the Lou represents.
St. Louis is happening.
It's a great destination on its own.
We got music,
Forest Park,
Sports,
The history.
Botanical gardens.
we got food.
great food, great museums and attractions.
I like roller coasters.
You have to hit up the zoo, one of the top zoos in the country.
St. Louis has it all from A to Z.
I don't know if it's a well-kept secret or not, but it seems like one.
Backstoppers and Budweiser Guns and Hoses. We are ready for more fighting. The Bud Ambassadors are here, doing a great job inside the ring and out. The fans are here. They're ready. They're antsy. They want more fights. That one only lasted, what, 24 seconds. They want more.
Yeah, but that's tough when you got Owen Cunningham dropping bombs with the right hand,
too. We are ready for more. There they are. The fighters on stage. What a scene this is with the stages and the ring and the lights. You got to come down and see this next year. This bout presented by West Star Aviation. And here they come. For the red team, Scott Beck, West County EMS and Fire. And for the blue, David Mule, St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. Tail of the tape presented by Exo Lounge and Nail Bar. Beck and Mule, gentlemen.
I'm going to tell you, Scott Beck, you know, I heard a lot about him in training. Really good athlete. He throws super hard with a good overhand right. And Mule, he trains with good guys in the city police department. You know, if you're training with the boys at the city PD, you're going to be in shape and you're going to be ready to fight.
And he looks like a mule.
He looks like a mule.
Let's go to a former St. Louis City police officer, member of the Boxing Hall of Fame, longtime voice of Guns N' Hoses, Mark O'Brien.
This will be bout number 5 on tonight's card. It is scheduled for 3 rounds of boxing or less. Introducing the fighters. First, out of the red corner, he represents the West County EMS and Fire Protection District. Welcome, Scott Beck. His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner across the ring, he represents the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. Introducing David Mule. Once again, scheduled for 3 rounds of boxing.
Referee Mike England brings them together. Beck against Mule. West County EMS and Fire against the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department.
And Beck's a lot longer than him. If he can stay on the outside and use a jab a little bit, and jab when he's got a good overhand right, I've heard from a lot of people. I think Mule's going to try to bang with him a little bit and try to get on the inside.
The Stars and Stripes headgear for Beck.
Yeah, what do I know? Beck's going to sit right in the middle. Play like he's 5'5", not 6'3".
Mule with a fury.
Digging at the body too, I love it.
This is what the fans have been waiting for.
I absolutely love it. And I'm telling you, there's 30 seconds left right now. We get to watch this.
3 rounds, a minute apiece. Will we get to 3?
At this pace, I'm not much of a betting man, but I don't think so.
Mule hammering away.
I guess they told the fighters there's a rule that you have to throw for a minute straight.
Pretty much. You know, I got to tell you, and one thing I would not want to be in this arena right now, it would be a judge. I mean, these guys are going toe to toe the whole time. I love it.
Let's take a look at some replays of that action.
Creating some space.
Creating some space and then getting no space. And then you're, 4 to 6 inches taller and you want to fight on the inside. But that's okay. I mean, that's a good overhand right by Mule. I know it sounds a lot easier said than done, but these guys truly are giving back for a cause. They're not going out here saying, here's my game plan. Here's my game. I'm going to work on a jab and a cross, and I'm going to dig the body. You know what? You get in front of 16,000 fans, 17,000 fans. I'm not sure what we have tonight. All those plans usually go out the window. So I'm sure I know they've trained for at least 4 months, and but if you get in front of all these people, the plan goes right out that window.
And there's always that fact when you get punched.
Yep.
You never know what you're going to do.
You never know.
Round 2.
There's always a good rivalry with the city police department and St. Louis County Fire Department, and that's what I love about this.
A good body shot by Beck. Didn't slow down the big fella, but got him back.
I would love someone to have a punch count in this fight.
The other thing is your coaches are yelling at you. How do you hear them with all this noise?
I don't think they are. But you know what they are saying? You better get on the gas pedal and let's go. They're doing a great job. Look, and it's easy to say this, but a guy's in your face, what are you going to do? The only thing you can really truly do is hold and try to turn and create space, but he's right back on you every second.
Final seconds of round 2.
I don't know about you, but I think the Mule might have emptied the tank.
Yeah. Well, he's got 1 minute to go and put it back fueled up. So let's see what happens here in the corner.
More action in round number 2.
Dig into the body to open it up, Jesse.
Dig into the body and then dig into the head. And I'm talking about both of them at this time. I mean, they're both just throwing. And I absolutely love it. Oh, we got a little bit of a wobbly legs there. You know, for being involved in this event for so long, you ask these guys, hey, you know, do you want to do something? Is this something you'd be interested in? Is there something you're interested in? They all come back. I would tell you 90% of them say, yes, you know why I want to do this? I want to give back to the cause. You know, they got to go to Thanksgiving tomorrow and hear it from their families. They don't know how much they got punched, they didn't get punched, or whatever, but they're giving back to the cause.
Well, a good first round for Mule. And for that matter, a good second round for Mule. But Beck fought back. Still seems like anybody's bout here.
It does. It really does seem like anybody's bout. Ooh. There's a double punch. I'll tell you one thing. Beck's got to get his back off the ropes. He's continuing going backwards. And what judges see is you going backwards. They don't really see who's landing a clean punch. But when you're fighting a mule, it's hard to move. It's hard to push him off it. Yeah. There's a good long jab. This is entertaining. This is entertaining.
Oh, that was a beautiful uppercut.
I love it. I love it. 10 seconds left, and let's see, they're going to empty the tank here for sure, no matter what. They always say the judges always remember the last 10 seconds. So here we go.
Oh, Beck's leaving it all out there.
Yes. Unbelievable. Good for these guys.
Great fight.
Good for them.
Great fight.
Yes. I gotta tell you, I fought here 3 times. I've never heard this loud.
On their feet at Enterprise Center. They love it.
This is what it's about right here. I mean, if you look around, the place is electric. Everybody's going crazy. Getting ready to kick off the holidays tomorrow. It's going to be awesome.
Luckily, when I fought here, it was only 10 or 15 seconds, and it was over.
Lower bowl fired up into the upper level. They're fired up here at Enterprise Center and ringside.
Prong says that's because he got a 100-inch reach and just hammering guys with right hands.
Scott Beck, David Mule, moment of the match presented by Ryan Kelly. The most entertaining of the night so far, I'd go so far as to say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had some good fights like this on the undercard. We had an amazing MMA fight with a spinning back fist knockout. And then you got a fight like this. I mean, this is what it's truly all about. It's awesome.
Now to the decision.
Bout number 5 is official. It is in the books, scored as follows. All 3 judges at ringside scored the bout 29-28 for your winner, who comes from the red corner, Scott Beck.
Wow. Scott Beck with the decision. Are you surprised?
I am. I really am. You know, I had a 29-28, but I had it for the mule. You know, so, but at the end of the day, you got to go 1 round for Beck, 1 round for Mule. It all comes down to that 1 round. Who knows? But you know, this is why these guys do this. You got to remember what these judges remember the last 10, 15 seconds. It's unbelievable.
Decision presented by ZX Convenience Stores. Scott Beck, West County EMS and Fire, gets the win over the Mule. Chris Pronger.
That was a great fight. Wow, that was impressive. They left it all out there, and obviously the crowd was ecstatic for it, and I was fired up. The energy in the building, and really watching how it's all played out thus far, and brings back a lot of memories. When I first got here to St. Louis, when I first got traded for some guy named Brendan Shanahan.
That's right. Who?
I was told, what are you doing before Thanksgiving? And I was like, nothing. And they're like, you're coming with me, kid. And they brought me down here in 1995 to Guns N' Hoses. And every year I've been here for Thanksgiving or pre-Thanksgiving in this case, I've come to Guns N' Hoses. It's turned into a tradition for me and a small way to give back to obviously the fighters in the ring and obviously the first responders and everything that this event means to the city, the county, the area, and what it means to, I guess, me. And,
what did you learn that night about St. Louis and about the crowd?
It was crazy. The atmosphere, you got beers being thrown, you had fights in the crowd, it was 1995, so it was a couple years ago, and the event wasn't quite the spectacle it is now, but it had a lot of the same energy. Much like with that fight right there, you saw people get quiet and then just really get excited for the fight, and you could feel the energy building with each punch, and potentially each potential knockdown, which didn't happen in this case, but that was a lot of fun.
That was, yep. Well, we appreciate you being here, too, I'll tell you that.
It's an awesome event. I always love hearing the stories about the first time at the event. This is a first for us, doing a live telecast of Guns N' Hoses, Budweiser Guns N' Hoses. The 34th annual is presented by Stiefel and the Guild Mortgage Telethon. How do you donate? You can text, and you can donate to blue, you can donate to red, and we are excited to bring it all to you. Let's go to Jasmine Huda with a very special guest.
Tom, I would say it's a pretty special guest. I am joined by Ron Kraszewski, the chairman and CEO of Stiefel. You having a good time?
I'm having a good time. How about that last fight?
Oh my God.
How about that last fight?
That was on fire.
That showed the determination, desire, and heart of our first responders, didn't it?
Oh, totally. It summed up everything, the grit, the commitment, and they were not letting up.
Not at all.
We actually had our backs to the camera and we were watching it, so we were pretty excited. So you're having a good time tonight?
I'm having a great time, and what better way to spend an evening than to honor those that gave their lives protecting all of us. It's amazing, and I can think of nothing else that we should be doing. In fact, it's the least we can do.
You know, what really hit me, and I don't think most people know this, was that your father was a first responder. You were the son of a firefighter, is that right?
My dad was a fireman for 25 years, and I remember waiting for him to come home sometimes, and it's amazing. But God bless the firemen and God bless the policemen.
Well, sir, you can really resonate with the folks here, families of first responders here tonight who know what you have been through. And I have to say, this is the first year that this event is televised, and it means so much to have Guns N' Hoses reach to go so far beyond ever than it has before.
That is exactly right. So where are we on that $25,000 challenge?
Oh, right. We had a challenge. So the challenge was to see if we could get 3 donations of $25,000. I'm putting you on the spot here.
You can put me on the spot because I don't know who else is going to do it. You needed 3,
yeah.
So you got 1 here, all right, for the first.
All right. Ron Kraszewski, Chairman and CEO of Stiefel, putting up $25,000. We need 2 more donations. 2 more. Can you do it, St. Louis? Ron, thank you so much. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We appreciate everything you do for the community.
Thank you.
Well, this has been an incredible night. As we've said, 100% of the donations this evening go to Backstoppers. Now, you might be wondering what Backstoppers does with that money. What happens next? Well, 2 people, Elizabeth Snyder and Alexis Bohannon, can speak to that firsthand. Their husbands were police officers, and their husbands were killed in the line of duty. And since then, Backstoppers has been their safety net.
So the money raised at Guns and Hoses goes directly to Backstoppers. Mm-hmm. And then where does the money go from there? How does it help our families? What did they do for you directly after?
Oh, geez. They helped pay off student loans, car loans. They helped the kids get through school, any kind of expenses there.
Counseling services,
Counseling
right?
services, yeah. Like they come through that with medical bills, just anything, everything that I can think of. If I get stuck with something, I can call them and they're there to help.
Yeah, and that's the short term.
Yeah.
What's good is they help us long term, right? So whenever our kids get to college age, they're going to help pay for college.
Yes.
That's what a lot of people don't understand, where this money is going. It's going towards our kids' futures, because if their father or their mother were here to help out, it would be a different story.
It would be.
So, helps.
Yeah.
And that help truly does go a long way. A true testament to the wonderful work of Backstoppers and what it does for the St. Louis community. And what better person to speak to than Ron Battelle, the executive director of Backstoppers. Ron, thank you so much for joining us. Are you having fun tonight?
This is a great night, and we're so grateful to the community for stepping up to support us, to FOX2 for their great support, Ron for his great support. I mean, it's just an amazing night. We're so proud of everybody.
You know, we just heard from Elizabeth Snyder and Alexis Bohannon, two wives of fallen police officers, and you know firsthand what that is like because you have spoken to them at one of the most difficult moments of their lives.
I have. You know, I've sort of made the first knock on the door in the sense of the word, but, you know, it is, you know, emotional, but it's reassuring to those widows when we show up that they know that we're going to take care of them, and that's what we do.
Certainly living up to the theme of tonight, which is St. Louis tough.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Ron Battelle, Executive Director of Backstoppers, thank you so much for what you do, and have a great rest of your night and a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks, and same to you, Jasmine.
Thank you. Tom, I want to send it back to you. We are just blown away by the generosity we are seeing tonight. As you heard Ron Kraszewski announcing a $25,000 donation.
It's an incredible effort by St. Louis and beyond making these donations from the Guild Mortgage Telethon. Here's how you donate. Text to 44321, either GNH Blue to donate to the police side, GNH Red to donate to the fire side. Again, text GNH Blue to 44321 or GNH Red to 44321, or you can call 314-589-5837 and someone will answer the phone and accept your donation. I can tell you what, if they're in this house, they may have a little trouble hearing you because it is loud in here.
We're getting this party started now.
Enterprise Center, oh, here we go. Corey Franklin, St. Louis City Fire Department, is next up. The big boys are fighting now. Franklin, 5'11", 224. There's Dusty Chandler. Florissant Police Department, he checks in at 6 feet and 330.
Checks the paper.
He's all of 330, boys.
Well, boys, this was the fight of the year, 2019. Unbelievable. Back and forth.
There's Franklin in the ring first. Tail of the tape. As we take a look at it. Big 330 right there for Chandler. Franklin can fight. This is going to be fun right here. Tail of the tape sponsored by XO Lounge and Nail Bar. EXO. Let's go to the ring. Jim Wirtz to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 6th and final bout of the night. It is scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds. Presenting first and fighting out of the red corner, standing at 5'11" tall, weighing in at 224 pounds and representing the St. Louis City Fire Department, please welcome Corey Franklin. His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at a whopping 330 pounds, representing the Florida Police Department, please welcome Dusty Chandler. Your
Well, they each are showing off some tattoos here tonight. This is going to be some bout here. Keith Bell is our referee. There are our judges. Budweiser Guns and Hoses is going to go out in a big way tonight, literally.
The crowd's ready. The crowd is definitely ready.
And here we go. 4 rounds, 3 minutes apiece.
So 2 years ago is when Franklin won this fight, and he really won it on cardio and heart. Just kept going. And if you look at it right now, but Chandler, I can tell you, is a former MMA fighter years ago, and he is a goer, and he's got good strength, strong punches, and he outweighs him by 100 pounds.
Good to see them both back. Good to see everybody back in the house for the 34th Budweiser Guns and Hoses.
That's a great feel. It feels good to be back, and just everybody having some good energy and some good times around the holidays. And it's, you know, we say this at Guns and Hoses all the time. The holidays don't start until the first bell rings. And I'm telling you, the holidays have started.
It's been a lot of fun with a live telecast here on Fox 2 for the first time. And it creates, I'll tell you what, it creates a little extra energy because the fans here are watching our telecast inside the house, so they know, and it gives it a little extra.
It gives a little extra, but it also gives them to see what this is about if they've never been before. Come down here. Come down and support next year. Get out and make a difference. And, you know, and this is a big experience. It's not just about the fights going on the ring, which this is a good fight, by the way, but it's also outside the ring. The things that we try to create for the right hook. 330-pound man hitting with a right hook like that, that's going to hurt. And that's a slip. That's a slip.
His momentum carries him to the canvas, but back up quickly is Corey Franklin. The men to their corners.
Yep. A little over a minute here left.
Round 1 of 4.
City Fire versus the police department. There's nothing better here. You know, when you see a southpaw here, you get a southpaw orthodox. Really needs to work off the jab on the outside and shoot the right hand or left hand right down the middle. You know, come back with a short right hook or left hook. Keep it tight. They put some combinations together. I look for Dusty, honestly, to knock him out. The way he's controlling his fight right now, if his gas tank can hold up.
Yeah, he left a lot out when he was trying to get him down there.
Yeah.
Well, the fighters know, right? I mean, it's a longer bout, conserving a little energy here.
Yeah, I mean, you see, I've done this a long time and I've been around the fighting business. You're throwing your jab, and the first thing you're throwing is a jab and you're moving backwards. It means that you're not liking when you're getting hit, which nobody likes to get hit. But at the same time, it means when you're getting hit, it's not you're not liking that one.
End of round 1. Let's go to Jasmine Huda, the Guild Mortgage Telethon.
Hey, Tom, this telethon is on fire. Some great numbers to deliver everyone who is watching Fox 2, everyone here who's at Enterprise tonight. The current telethon has raised $23,817.01. There's more. We have announced donations. That's $225,000. $225,000. That includes Serve Pro, August Bush, Arthur and Helen Bayer Foundation, and Backstoppers Night at the Brewery. So here's the number I want to share with you, everyone. The grand total of donations, $248,000.
Big number tonight. Big, big number. And great donations coming in and continuing to come in. And quite honestly, they come in all year long for Backstoppers. This is the biggest night. Budweiser Guns and Hoses. Round 2. Franklin against Chandler. Franklin in red, Chandler in blue.
Oh, that's a good hard right uppercut there.
I think they talked about that in the corner.
Yeah, sure looks like it. That's a third uppercut. Corey to step up and fight and take this fight. He's already beat Dusty once. It says something about his character as well. He's got Paul Birchwood in his corner. He's got Nick Reeder and Greg Peewig and Dusty Chandler's corner. These guys are ready to go. You have Kane Royer. And these guys, 3 rounds. 3 minutes. It's a long time.
By the way, you saw that 50-50 raffle flash on the screen. They're up to 42,000 plus in that.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable altogether.
Chandler looks like he's walking down.
He does. He's cut the ring off here. And then now he's trapped in the corner. He's let his hands fly. Good right hand by Corey. If you see when Corey throws the punch, the first thing he does after he throws it, he steps back. I might too if a guy outweighs me by 100 pounds. So.
He's peppering pretty good with the jab too.
Yeah, he is.
He's pretty crisp with the jab.
He is. He is. Corey needs to obviously, he's a lot more fit, but he's also a good athlete as well. And if he can stick and move a little bit more and work off a jab, throw some right hands, work off and move. But he's standing. Look, this is the third time he's been in the corner in the last 20 seconds. That's when you get a guy that's big and strong like Dusty Chandler. Like that. That's what happens when you block yourself into a corner, unfortunately. For the boxing fans out there, or people just watching, the casual fans, with this right here, that's an automatic 10-8 round. So Dusty would get 10 points, and then Corey would get 8 points. Now, if he knocks him down again, then he would get 10-7 points.
Dusty Chandler winning the strategy, the chess match, the
There's that right uppercut. There's that right uppercut.
Trying to put it away here, and he does. 10-7. Dusty Chandler from the Florissant Police Department wins the final bout of the night.
Well, folks, I'm calling for a trilogy next year because they're 1-1. We already got the first bout of next year.
That was a great fight, too.
That was a good fight. That was a really good fight. A great way to end it.
Beats Corey Franklin of the St. Louis City Fire Department, who beat him 2 years ago. What a great final bout. What a night. Moment of the match, presented by Ryan Kelly. There it is, in the corner. See ya.
Well, and I think Chris Bronner said it best. He said, I think he went back to the corner and listened for that right uppercut. And I think that's actually really exactly what finished him off. But Corey's got nothing to hang his head about here either. I mean, he's fighting a guy. He's already beat once, come back. He's had nothing to gain here. He's already beat him. But he says, you know what? I want to give back to the cause. I want to be a part of the cause, and this is it.
They are still attending to Corey Franklin in his corner, and now he'll come out and join Dusty Chandler and the Bud Ambassadors, and to the ring for the decision, the announcement from Jim Wirtz.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended at 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by TKO, coming out of the blue corner, Dusty Chandler.
Dusty Chandler gets it done. Final bout of the night from the Florissant Police Department, defeating Corey Franklin.
There we go. I'll try to show you.
What a win for the 330-pound Dusty Chandler. And this just in. How about this? Just got a text about a donation, $20,000 from Drury Hotels. Thank you, Drury Hotels, for a tremendous donation here to support Backstoppers and the families of fallen first responders here at Budweiser Guns and Hoses. We're having some time. Tom Ackerman here, along with Hockey Hall of Famer Chris Pronger, former professional fighter Jesse Finney, and donations are flooding in and still time to do so.
Absolutely, and if you look at the donations, it's absolutely outstanding. I mean, it's mind-blowing, to be honest with you here, Tom. But also, don't forget what these other guys are doing, and it's a great night of fights. If they were not putting on our entertainment, we wouldn't be raising all this money. Some people do mouse races. You know what? We decided to do fights, and it was a great night of fights. I loved every bit of it.
It is a great night to support our first responders and our law enforcement. And on that note, we send it down to Jasmine Huda with a special guest.
Tom, what a night this has been. I am joined by Missouri State Attorney General Eric Schmidt. How's it going?
What a great night. I mean, the fighters have done a great job. It's an incredible event for the police and the firefighters and all the first responders who do a great job. Seeing people in person again, being back here has just been fantastic.
You know, something that is lost on people is that there is such a personal connection with this cause. The families who have lost a loved one in the line of duty, and it is interesting, you have a connection to one of those families.
Yeah, I mean, for the first responder community, it's one big family, and out of the tragedy of the loss of Officer Tamaris Bohannon, I got to know Alexis Bohannon. She's an incredible woman, and she's now part of our family in the Attorney General's office. We've hired her. She's doing a great job. We're really proud of it, and she's fantastic. And so we just want everybody to know here that from my office, we've got your back. They do incredible work, the first responders, dangerous work every single day. We're proud of the work they do, and we'll always have their back.
Well, it just shows you what a family we are. You know, with your connection to the Bohannons, everyone here tonight, everyone watching tonight on FOX2. What an incredible feeling. It does feel like, and of course, it's the night before Thanksgiving.
That's right, and it's a night of gratitude. Of course, this is a week of gratitude, and I think a great way to give our thanks to the men and women of law enforcement, the first responders, the firefighters who are running into danger when everybody's running out. We can't thank them enough, and so proud to support them.
All right, Attorney General Eric Schmidt, thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be with you.
Send it back to Tom.
All right, Jasmine, thank you, and thank you to the Attorney General, Eric Schmidt. And here ringside, we have been absolutely thrilled with the entertainment. First of all, we talked a lot about the special night and the feeling in the house and the donations. I'll tell you, the boxing was good. I mean, it was fun. It was entertaining. We saw some good bouts here tonight.
We did. We saw some great entertainment. We saw, you know, Ryan Connerman with a good boxing display. I mean, you got the other guys that really got out there and got after it. You know, we asked them one thing in the back. It's like, hey, listen, you're going to have your chance to get out here and get on it. Get after it. Just to make some memories, but don't just sit back and not fight. If you're going to be here, fight, entertain, but also don't forget why you're here for the cause. And that's why we want everybody to get. It's not too late to make donations. It's not too late to give back to the Backstoppers and Guns and Hoses. And we couldn't do this if it wasn't for the great city of St. Louis.
And the training that goes on, and think about this, Chris, in a pandemic, and you train, and then they can't have the event, and then you're asking everybody to get right back at it and train again. And in their heart, they know that they're doing it for good, and the hope is that they can pull it off and have this event, and they did.
Yeah, no, I think you're training in the hopes of an event as opposed to, you know, there's an event going on. And I think that's a great, we saw a great display of skill, heart, and I think that's what the first responders are all about.
It's a great feeling to know that it has happened, that they've had the event, Budweiser Guns and Hoses, that people will be buzzing about it, that people will be talking about this at Enterprise Center. There is more to come. Back after this.
Guns N' Hoses would like to thank the following supporters: Lighting Associates, McQueen Emergency Group, Mike Quinn, MK Distributing, NFSA, Pipe Fitters International, Quick Trip, the Gene and Joan Slay Foundation, Triumph Pharmaceuticals, and Willard Home Products.
Well, no one's gone anywhere. They want to stay. They want to hang out. They're drinking beverages. They're having a good time. They're talking about what they just saw. They're donating to Backstoppers, and now they'll enjoy some live music. We take you to the stage, presenting the song about Guns N' Hoses, Unstoppable, the Rocky Mantilla Band.
Try closing out, Cam. Maybe that's why he's not responding. Hurt.
We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. Every spotlight, every soundbite, everybody who gave up is just a fool for wanting it more. And anybody who responds us, oh, they can say what they want now. Screaming out, we can be heroes everywhere we go. Giving us all that we ever want. Swinging like Ali, knocking out bodies, singing us sound like a champion. Oh, keep your silver, give it that gold. You remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible, 'cause we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable.
Unstoppable from the Rocky Mantilla Band. That is the song, the theme song of Guns N' Hoses here in 2021. The crowd's still here at Enterprise Center, and so is Dusty Chandler from the Florissant Police Department, the winner of the final bout of the night, defeating Corey Franklin. He's with our Jasmine Huda.
Hey, Tom, that was some grand finale. Dusty Chandler, the champion of the last bout for the 2021 Guns N' Hoses. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. You know, it's the best feeling in the world when you can put in all that work and come in here and the results show, you know.
How much training did you go through?
We trained every day for roughly 3.5 months, 4 months, just preparing for this one bout.
And you train, but once you enter the arena, once you are going down that runway, what was going through your mind? Because your opponent was tough.
Absolutely. My hat's off to Corey. He's a great boxer, a great person. But you know, this is a different feeling coming into a venue like this with so many people and such a cause that we're in here doing it for. It means a lot more to do it for this than anything else.
I know you and Corey Franklin had talked about that before, about how much this cause means to you. Talk about Backstoppers and what it means to be a first responder, even if you haven't had a direct connection, just knowing that they do have your back in the event something happens.
Absolutely. It definitely puts a little bit of comfort behind knowing my family and my loved ones will be taken care of if the worst were to happen to me or any of our co-workers or fellow first responders. Knowing the Backstoppers is there and can help aid them in any way they can, it means the most.
That is great. And do I remember this correctly? You're from a small town in Illinois. I can't remember the name.
Oquawka, Illinois.
Oquawka, I was close. Oquawka, Illinois.
Yes, ma'am. Small
Town, and then you came to St. Louis, and you've been with Florissant for a few years, right?
Yeah, I've been with the Florissant Police Department now for about 4 years. I really do got to thank them for giving me the time to train and being here to support me. I know half of my coworkers are sitting out here watching, and I can't thank them enough and the Florissant enough for being behind me.
Oh, I know some of your coworkers are here because I've been texting with them that Corey Franklin's the last bout. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
They're really proud of you.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you're going to have a million text messages and accolades after tonight.
I'm sure it will. When I get back to the locker room, I'm sure it will be.
Do you get a good parking spot at the Florissant Police Department now, or does Old Town Donuts do something for you?
I'm going to have to talk it up to the boss, you know, that's on there.
Come on, we got to have a talk with your boss about this. So how are you going to celebrate tonight?
You know, I'm going to go out and be with my friends, be with my family. You know, they're the ones that give the sacrifice for this. You know, my time's all in training, and I'm not with them for most of the time. So I really do got to thank them for their support, and you know, we're going to go out and have a good time.
Yeah. What's your Thanksgiving looking like? I mean, this is behind you now.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. Well, within reason, right?
Yeah, you know, a lot of fun, a lot of family time, and celebrating now. Yeah.
So who did you come with tonight? Who was here to watch you? Your colleagues from Florissant?
Yep, I know plenty of my coworkers are there. I know my family's out there. I do want to thank my coach, Jason Stump from Stump's Boxing in St. Charles. He helped me so much, and he's here with me every step of the way. I couldn't do it without him or the rest of my teammates there.
All right, congratulations, Dusty Chandler. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. You hold that trophy with pride. We're going to send it back to Tom. That was quite a bout, Tom, and what a night it's been.
It's been a great night, Jasmine. Big Thanksgiving dinner coming for Dusty Chandler. Big one. Big night tonight. Lots of money coming in. The Guild Mortgage Telethon. Here's how you donate. Text to 44321 GNH Blue or GNH Red, or call 314-589-5837. We're open until midnight. You can make donations up until then. Guys, a final word here. It has been a great night, hasn't it, Bronx?
Awesome. From the fights to the energy in the building to hanging with you two studs, it's been great.
It's been a great night. You know, it really has, with everything we've had. But you know, the stories that we're hearing from Brian, it was the first responder who says, "Hey, you know, when I walk in the gas station, they say, 'How are you doing as a first responder? Thank you for all you do.'" And I think this is our way of just saying thank you to the first responders.
And we thank you for watching, and we thank the fighters. We thank the judges. We thank the volunteers, the trainers, all the people who make this event what it is every year. So much work goes into it. We thank our broadcast crew, our producer, Brian Shapiro, and our great crew back in the truck. A lot went into tonight, and we thank everybody for being part of it. 34th Budweiser Guns N' Hoses presented by Stiefel. We remember our 10 fallen first responders. We remember our great efforts by our fighters tonight, entertaining our crowd inside Enterprise Center, and we're already making plans for next year. We can't wait to see you. Come on down and see us next year in downtown St. Louis. Good night. from Guns N' Hoses.